Well, at least I've got the microphones on this week. Good evening. Not many here tonight. Good evening, BVG. And good evening to the Department of Work and Pensions. Excellent. That's all I need, the DWP. In a change to our advertised show this evening, I can't find that iPhone anywhere. Not sure where it's gone. So, I don't know where it is. I've actually found another retro mobile phone, which I think the battery's about knackered on. It's charging away though. The Nokia 101, but we'll look at that in a minute. Getting a lot of beeping. I've been charged up for about 25 years, so I don't know what's going on with it, but anyway, we'll see. You can't really expect those batteries to last long. I don't know where that bloody iPhone's gone. I must have put it in a different box somewhere. Anyway, I've turned the noise gate off a bit because I kept getting loads of... it was chopping half my words out, so I've turned the noise gate off a bit. So consequently, these mics don't have that much noise protection, so you can actually hear a bit of rattling in the background. These armrests rattle on this chair, which is a bit annoying, but anyway. It's so bloody warm here tonight, Christ. I've got the aircon on. Don't want to show off, but I have. I don't know how many people's going to show up because we had lots in last week, but I did that video on that BlackBerry, and that's gone really well. I was going to do a video on that iPhone this week, but it's not like I am now, so I don't know. I've got a sweat on. I've been running around the house. I've got to have a wipe down. That's a good thing about not having any air. Department of Work and Pensions. I think I've seen you somewhere before, but I can't remember where. Right, so a bit of refreshment. All the way from Belgium. I did go to get some IPA, but they don't seem to have any in today. 330 millilitres, which is the same size as a can of Coke. I got this afternoon, so it's nice and chilled in the fridge. Hello, Kelvin. Nice to see you, mate. Please, you're here. Bloody hell. We're a bit low on the ground today. I don't know what's happening. I think, what's this, 8.5%? I think we were drinking it in Holland once, and it was only 6.5%, but I think these are 8 now. 8.4% volume. We've got to have a look on their website, really. I don't know if I can. Can I? Perhaps have a look on the phone. That'll be easy. Let's have a look. That's the only trouble with these. When you pop the chat out on the thing, it doesn't really work out well. Well, obviously means devil, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Does it do vel? Is it spelt with an E? Spelt with an E. That's not coming out right. You should know that, Kelvin, working in a place, shouldn't you? Duvel, Belgian strong blonde. Let me read what it says on the website. You're too close to the ground. Yes, I'm of legal drinking age, according to this. Well, it depends where you are, I suppose, really. All cookies. Duvel is a natural beer with a subtle bitterness, a refined flavour, and a distinctive hop character. The re-fermentation of the bottle and a long maturation guarantees a pure character, delicate effervescence, and the pleasant sweet taste of alcohol. Let's read the full blurb, as we're not doing much. Hello, Shrek, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Apart from pure spring water, which is the main ingredient of beer, barley is the most important raw material. Barley must germinate for 5 days in the malt house, after which malt remains. The colour of the malt and as a consequence also of the beer is determined by the temperature. Duvel obtains its typical bitterness by adding various varieties of aromatic Slovenian and Czech hops. We use only exclusive hops that are renowned for their constant and outstanding quality. Duvel ferments for the first time in tanks at 20 to 26 degrees Celsius. The brewer uses his own culture for this. The original yeast strain, which Albert Morgat himself selected in the 1920s, originates from Scotland. After maturing in storage tanks in which the beer is cooled down to -2 Celsius, the drink is ready for bottling. Thanks to the addition of extra sugars and yeast, the beer ferments again In the bottle, this occurs in warm cellars, 24 degrees Celsius, and takes 2 weeks. The beer is then moved to cool cellars, where it continues to mature and stabilise for a further 6 weeks. This extra long maturation period, as in maturity, but maturation period, is unique and contributes to the refined flavour and pure taste of Duval. Thanks to its surprisingly high alcohol content, 8.5%, enormous head, fine effervescence and silky smooth feel in the mouth, Duval stands out clearly from the other Belgian beers. And it says where you can find it, which is mainly supermarkets. Celebrating 2K subscribers, and the DVLA have deemed me safe for another 2 years. Oh, nice. I've got my medical this year. Hopefully I'll be all right. It's getting to that time of life, mate, isn't it? Getting that time of life. Anyway, let's pop the top on this beauty. I've had quite a few of these in my life, and I really enjoy them. So, very nice. Very nice. So I was looking forward to doing that iPhone, but I don't know where it's gone. It's been in the same cupboard forever and a day. I can find a box with no iPhone in it, but I'm presuming that's not the one, because it was an iPhone 3G, and it's an empty box. So I don't know. Can't think where that's gone. D4D medical. Right. Yeah, we get the same medical as what the HGV drivers get. Anyway, let's show you this beauty. Look at that. Say 330ml. This is actually the proper glass for the job. There you go. It's decided to be heady. It's a bit cloudy. Or is it just because it's cold? I don't know where they say they've run out of IPA at Morrison's. I usually get some of them. They're about 9.5%, 10%. Blow your bloody socks off, man. I tried a beer today called White Rat at only 4%. Probably not worth a mentioning here. You can mention it if you want. Beer's beer, isn't it? I mean, if I was going out for an old dater, I wouldn't want to be drinking 9% beer, would I? Or if I was going out for a nice one in the afternoon. One of my favourites, believe it or not, is Carlin. I drink loads of it. What do you think to me Big M? I've just done a review on that from Temu. Me Big M lights up. It's a lighter up. Get ready. Probably upset the camp now. It's working. Look at that. 2 AAA batteries in there. Let's see if they go flat before we actually finish. I thought it was. I don't know. I must have been pissed when I bought it. Let's be honest. In fact, I probably was, and I didn't realise it was purple, and then it was pink. Ossett Brewery, White Rat, brewed 3 miles away. There you go, then. That does HCV, PCV, tax, 50 quid. Ours was, my previous doctor was 90. And then you have to go for a separate eye test at the opticians, because they said they weren't going to do your eye test for you anymore, and decided not to bother, so it cost you even more, and it was more of a pain. Then when we had a pandemic, they wouldn't let you in the place. So I went to a different person, and they did the eye test for you. So that was quite easy. I'm presuming this time, I don't know, we'll see. It's a different doctor, so we'll see. So 23 degrees is a bit cool. Let's see what 24 comes up like. The only thing is, with my air conditioning, this room is pretty small. So you don't need a lot of it, shall we say. We've got it set on the lowest settings, and it's still... but that's only peripheral, isn't it? They give you a quick look at a chart in that, but it doesn't test your eye health, does it? So I think it's important sometimes just to go for a proper one. Make sure your bins are working for you. They can find out loads and loads and loads of different things, can't they? So let's finish this pour, and then I can have a drink. Here we go. Here we go. It's still got some head on it, hasn't it, really? I'll get every drop out. It's £2.50. If you go to Morrison's at the minute, these are £2.50 a piece. Buy 4, get 1 free. Or should I say, buy 4, get the 4th free. So I ended up with 4 for the price of 3. So it's quite cheap at that, but say 330 mils. Yeah, I normally do, to be honest. I normally go for a proper eye test, but I haven't been since the pandemic because I couldn't be bothered to. I couldn't be bothered to go in and put a mask on and sit there and all that sort of palaver. So in the end, I never bothered going. It was okay to drive the cab because I did a medical while I was doing it. To do that, and she said my peripheral and that was all right. So I just didn't bother anymore after that. Good evening, the lovely Ian. How are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Above the clouds. Time for a toot. I better put my little thing on, otherwise they'll be after me. They've got no sense of humour whatsoever with vaping now. I put one up last week, a video on the vape channel, and they turned the comments off. So what I've done now, to be really honest, I've took the music software off the vape channel and put it on here. So I've got some AI music in the thing that I use to do all the editing, so I'll be able to use it for that in there, and then sort of aim most of the stuff at this channel. That's what I'm thinking of doing, to be honest. Good evening, John Paul Glasgow, with your retracted message. Anybody else having a beer? What are you drinking? I hope I'm encouraging people to drink 9% beer on a Monday night. Well done, Ian. You used the right account. Why is that? Does he use the wrong one sometimes? Nice to see you, John Paul. Good to see you, mate. What do you think to me, Big M? If you want one off Temu, you'll have to watch my review. But it's only any good if your name begins with an M, really. Otherwise, or W, I suppose you could turn it upside down. Good evening, Mr. Danger Otter. No, we're not on about HCV tests. We're on about, Gareth drives a bus, and obviously I drive a taxi, and we have to have the same medical as what you do if you're an HGV driver. It's just the same exactly, but my doctor was playing up at the time because the DVLA one for HGV goes straight into a computer, and the council one that they had, he said would end up on somebody's desk, and there was too much information in there for privacy. So he actually sent them a letter informing them that it went on. So they did actually change the form a little bit because it got all sorts of information on there. Anyway, cheers. Nom nom. Oh, I do like that. That's like your real name's Steve. Steve, stop it. Have a look and see if they do an S. I presume they did. I can't remember, to be honest, but I just thought that looked smart on there. But say when it came, it was pink, but it doesn't look bad. It stands out pretty well, doesn't it? I could fasten it on the wall. Do you like me my picture? That was a Temu special. That picture, look. I've moved Mickey Love to the other side so you can see it all the time, even there. I'm going to take those 18 plus smoking signs down. And then put other bits up there. I've got one or two other bits to put up there. But that's Einstein sat there with a bottle of Jameson's with his head in his hands saying, just Google it. I hope the audio's sounding all right. I've been through it and I've had a bit of a setup of it. AJ's given me a good idea rather than buying really, really expensive audio things. You buy a sound card for 45 quid. And that's the one that just turns it up. And he actually sent me a clip of him using the same device. Turned up to number 8 and it sounds fabulous. So if you're thinking about an expensive mixer, it is something you can try. It comes from Amazon as well, so if it didn't work, you can always send it back. I was just about to buy a Rodecaster Pro. And they're over 500 quid. And then I looked and the Rodecaster Duo would have been perfect for what I want it for. And they're like 400 and something. So I said, I don't know where my iPhone 3's disappeared to. Presumably the box I've found is the one I got from Orange years ago. No, well, I ain't really got a lot to review, have I? I've got a few bits to do. I'm going to do a bit on there. Hello, Scott Wood. Nice to see you, mate. I shall do reviews in that on there. I'm not shutting the channel down or anything like that, but it's just going to sort of concentrate on this because I've got a lot more stuff to put on here than what I have on there. Because I don't really want to keep going out and buying stuff because I've got to be honest, I just vape these constantly, day in, day out. It's just something I've got in the habit of. But I think it's sorted. Does it sound all right? It's redlining a bit. They've changed. There's been a massive OBS update today. They've changed everything in OBS. Or they should have said they've changed all the thing, and they've actually changed the audio a bit in it and the video. So I don't know. It says when you go on to use it, Steve, it'll tell you they've updated it no end. So all the graphics are a lot better inside. You can actually see where to switch the microphone on now. Thing is, you've got to realise it's been 4 years, and when I first started doing vape, it was still people were still really excited about different stuff coming out. Have you ever been to Cyprus? I have. It was a lot of years ago. We went to a place called Protaras, which is down near Ayia Napa, but we went later on in the year. It's quite an expensive place to be, apparently. At the time, it was the first time it was the Cypriot pound then. It was the time that we ever got less money back for what we'd spent, for what we'd changed. But the food in the all-inclusive was very English and absolutely amazing. And it's a very, very beautiful place. I had a car and went driving around. It was fantastic. And the good thing is you drive on the same side of the road. Yeah, have a look. Chances are if you haven't used it for a while, as soon as you put it on, there'll be a massive update. And the sound bar where your mic's connected to is a lot thicker and a lot easier to see. And the little emblems where you used to be able to miss not doing them, you can see them a lot clearer now. And they said they've updated the graphics. I stream at 60 frames per second anyway, so it is fairly clear. But it does seem really clear at the minute. So, I don't know. I don't know if the sound's any different. I haven't listened back to it. The only problem is with this is if you get it loud enough for a video, chances are it's too quiet for YouTube. So, what I've done, I've been using the volume in OBS to boost the microphone. So I've turned the volume in OBS right down to 0, and then you've done it on the Mcaster. Right, yeah, they changed an awful lot since I was there. It was a lot of years ago, but it's gorgeous. Fig Tree Bay, that's around there, isn't it, somewhere? You stream at 2 foot. What's that? 2? Well, that's not very. It would not be very. And you got very good internet then. I'm on 1080p, 60 frames per second. I'm allergically. Is it not very well? Bless him. Damn, the amount of stuff I've listened to this weekend about. Voice, like bloody. Oh yeah, you're messing about. The audio boxes and bloody mixers and stuff like that. The amount of bloody stuff I've looked at. I've been looking at. It's weird, isn't it? Because obviously people have got different ideas and reviews. There was one bloke that got it. It didn't work very well, so he sent it straight back, and he wouldn't have any updates or work with them at all. Well, Rode's a fairly big company, Australian company, and they've been in the sound industry for a lot of years. So you'd have thought, listen. You've got the COVIDs, bloody hell. It's about again, isn't it? I'm going to call him my son-in-law, my ex-son-in-law. He's got it. He was supposed to be taking my granddaughter to the airport in the morning. She's just been to Ibiza for 4 days, and now she's going up to Dublin with a mate. Guess what? The cat wants to go out, and he can piss off because I've already tried to let him out twice, and it's raining here. Had it at Christmas. Scott managed 4 years without COVID and got it on my Christmas holiday. I've had it twice. I got it once in Prague when we come back from Prague. It was more of a gastric one that time. The time before I was really rough. And I was really rough. Yeah, it was. AJ, I didn't realise I want friends with AJ on Facebook, and he sent me a message this morning showing me that sound card. Definitely worth a look, Steve. If it's 45 quid, definitely worth a look. I'm going to say it's on Amazon anyway, so if you got it and it didn't work, but he's actually sent me a record. He sent me a link to a video that he was using it on one of his gaming channels, and it sounded amazing. But I'm still on the old mixer because I think I might have got sorted. we're on about they've put Virgin in outside here, and they come to do something to it the other day, and I was asking them when they're going to be, but they're saying 6 to 8 months before they get it connected up, and there's another party what put some in before that, because obviously the government's changed it, hasn't it? They've made it so they've got to because what we're paying for is supposed fibre. It's only fibre till you get to the box, so they get really quick internet till they get to the box, and then it's 40/20 when it comes out of it. Yeah, that's I never say never. However, 4 years driving a bus. Yeah, well, I suppose it. I got mine off some money. The first dose that I got, somebody had got COVID in the cab, and they passed me. Obviously, passed me some money, and I've got a terrible habit of biting my fingernails. Then they sent me one of them ping things, and I had to go home. And I got back to work after 6 days, and 2 days later I was down with the COVID. Oh, Prime Day, you want to go on there then? I can send you a link to this sound card if you want, Steve. It's also, you need I've got a proper cloud lifter now, the actual brand cloud lifter. And I ain't got it. I'm still on my old mixer. It was just that he sent me a thing today about getting a sound card. But I thought, well, this mixer was £100, so I thought, well, I'll give it a few more tweaks and see if I'm doing that right first. I could have been tweaking it wrong in OBS because I've been using filters in OBS. I know one of the problems was I'd got the noise gate set to I'll send you after I've done this show. And have a look. £45. So you could maybe do with the cloud lifter as well, but they're 150. But for that mic you've got there, if you buy a Fethead, they're about 60. So that'll be a cheaper way of doing it. So £100, £105, you'll be in. Then you've just got to get it right close to your mouth so you can sound like me. 3 of the household habit. Yeah, it's awful. It's pretty awful. I mean, these people that, when it was going about, they're going, no, it's nothing, it's this, that, and the other. It's just a cold. I didn't feel like I got a cold. I couldn't bloody smell anything. It meant, you could see why there were people, it was killing them. Because if you was a person that lived on your own and you were weak anyway, I'd got no inclination to eat because I couldn't smell food and I couldn't taste food. Sue one day, she made something and she said, do you want some tea? I said, no, I'm not going to bother. I said, I can't, I think I had a sandwich one day, a sandwich the next day, a sandwich the next day. Anyway, I went down and although I couldn't taste it, I was obviously hungry and my body was saying, oh, that's amazing. So I ate it and I sort of enjoyed it even though I never tasted or smelt a bit of it. It was something like fish cake and chips. I never smelt any of it. So, well, it's on phone masts around here. I got a direct line, so not in a hub like the rest of the homes in my block. Ah, that's right. I was listening to, if you're interested in this type of thing, audio and video, if you look on, there's an account called Office Hours Global, and if you have a look on there, it's some American lads, and they're well into it. You can tell they are. I don't know if it's a business. Obviously, there's a website and everything. I presume that they're doing it as a business. And it tells you a lot about connection and audio and video. And one of the things they were on about was if you get your audio, say, from Virgin and you use a Virgin router, in a lot of cases, I don't know if it's only just in America, but what they actually do with it, they lend it out, if you know what I mean. Basically what they're doing, they're using your router as a Wi-Fi hotspot. So people are walking past using your Wi-Fi, and that's why it slows it down. I haven't eaten since Saturday night. Oh, wow. So when you go in a week, you should be over it. I had a book before I went away, but mine was, I don't know, well, I'll tell you anyway, but it was like yellow snot coming out your nose. I felt like death warmed up, but I don't think it was COVID. And when I got away, that's why I've only vaping these mouth to lungs. I took one mouth to lung and Vaporesso Cross 4 with Eisenberg in it. And that's basically more or less what I've vaped for a fortnight. I took a couple of drippers on some internal battery mods, and they're actually still in the bag. I've never took them out. I never vaped anything other than that. You've got a low immune system, and you've had COVID twice. Both times I never felt bad. I had worse colds, yeah, exactly. There's two people who I know. One of them's my father, and I never wanted him to get COVID because we thought it would take him, to be honest. And he got COVID and he was all right. And there's another guy who's similar age group to him who's had masses of cancer and lumps cut off all over the place. And he got it, and he said he was really fed up because he didn't feel ill and they wouldn't let him out. You're away similar time to us then. Yeah, you've got plenty of time to get over it. My immune system now is low, but never had it. Yeah. The thing is, you don't go out, Steve, do you really? You've got to go out to catch it, or somebody's got to bring it in. Oh, you're on soup? Are you on the cabbage diet? It's all them subs. Turn you into a superstar. We're up at 506 now. So if you're one of the people, I've actually done a video. I've just done a review about that big letter M back there. And it looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to do, to be honest. I think that's quite cool. And I actually just thanked the people for coming over and subscribing. I've got 506 subscribers now on this channel. That's gone up 54 in the last 28 days. So we've got Nicky Maynard in. Nice to see you, buddy. So hopefully, may it continue, and I can monetize this channel because I think it'll be a lot easier to put videos up and actually make some money off. Because really, to be honest, if you're going to do something, you might as well get paid for it. Right, let me just have a look. I'm just going to... And the other thing I don't know if you've noticed is YouTube are now recommending small channels a lot more. You see a lot more. It's all right, I'm just texting my wife something. That's all right. Sorry. Michelle, you lost me. Hang on. Just gonna have a look at this. 1 second. Right, we're going to look at another phone now. I'm going to put the camera down and just show you around this phone. I've got some paperwork to go with it as well. There's a massive box. This one is from, it was released on the October 2011. So this is quite an old one as well. I'll read you the phone specifications. Yeah, go home. Finish work, go home. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Wasn't 2011 at all. Got the wrong one. Hang on. Analogue. Here we are. Wow, this is worth 80 quid on eBay. Let me just find out. Right, get ready for this. It was released in 1992, and it's still got a battery, and I've got it on charge. It's the Nokia 101. It's an analog mobile phone from Nokia, released in 1992. That has variants for the NMT, AMPS, and ETACS cellular networks. The 101 is considered to have been a significant handset for Nokia, one that started the company's major success in the market that decade. Let's see if there's any more information. It was the first model in the new 3-digit naming strategy for analog handsets, and it was the first candy bar form as opposed to the previous bricks such as Nokia Talkman 600 or Nokia P4000. It weighed 280 grams, with Nokia marketing it as the world's most portable phone. Get ready. Analog, like 2G. They're switching that off and on, aren't they? Now, The trouble with Nokia is they do sometimes reuse the numbers. Actually, let me put this down. Get ready. Oh, it's beeping at me. I'm not sure if we're going to do much good with the battery. I don't know why it's beeping. Make sure the battery's clicked on. Hang on a minute. It's portable. I would imagine the battery's knackered, to be really honest. But anyway, we'll carry on with it. See how we get on. Sounds like a bird chirping. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Dinner on Vodafone. I don't know what we're going to be able to do with it, because I say I'm not sure it's... oh, look. Use that to view. Oh, that. I see call timers. I bet somebody's cleared them though, don't you? What would select be on that then, you think? No. No. I can't imagine it's going to ring anybody back. It's actually got the last call in it. Oh, clear. I don't know how you do that. Anyway, let's try again. That's volume. Menu. I wanted menu, didn't we? Lock phone. Recall last. Call timers. That's what I was after, wasn't it? Green. No, that was the last. If that's your phone number, I'm sorry. How do you come back out of that? Not very straight, is it? Oh, it's all the way. Why, Ayman? I was trying to get them call logs to see how long it had been used for, to be honest. There's a lot of beeping going on. Lights on and off. Keypad tones. That would be a good one. Let's switch them off. Which one do you reckon? I'm trying to think which one it would be. Menu. No, it's not that one. Call chargers. That'd be interesting. Call timers. Right, press that. No. Anybody got any idea? I've just pressed that. Didn't work. Watch. Just comes up with that number. That's volume. Oh, we could turn that noise off. There you go. That's better. No, it's still doing it. As you can see, this is a comprehensive review. So if you press that, it just comes out of it. All roads lead to that. Ah? Yeah, I've just pressed that. Anybody from 1992 remember how you do this? I wonder if it works if you press red. That's the only one we haven't tried. He's got his own number. Let's see what his own number was. Well, if we could do it. Hang on. It's a strange thing, isn't it? This. Bloody hell. Press the blue one. The blue one? They're in the blue one. I bet there's one on the side. No, there's no. See if we can press both sides of it at once. No. Ash. No. Anyway, I don't know how you do that, but it doesn't seem to want to work. It's not enjoying it either. Good evening, Cloud Chucker. Nice to see you. Let's read through the paperwork. Anybody remember these boxes? Look at the size of that. It's the same size as a shoebox. See if we can find any handy tariffs. Here we go. Switch on and off. Press hold. Make a call. Do that. End a call. Do that. Answer call. Press any key. Except off. Clear digit. Press C. Clear display. Last number real dial. Adjust volume. The memory. Store a phone number. Speed dialing. Scan through the memory. Press R. V. Right, here we go. Menu. What's V? Oh, there. No. That's not what I was after. No, anyway, I don't know how you do that, but I can't do it. So the battery's really struggling with itself. They were never very good anyway, where they used to take you 2 days to do it. Press R. There's just that on the back. We haven't really got a lot to show you on this one, to be honest. Let's have a look at see if there's anything here. It was used to put that on the back, didn't they? I don't know if they still do. I was an Orange before it changed to EE, my go-to network. Yeah, I've had a phone on EE forever. That's the user guide. Right, let's have a look. Length of your calls. You press M. Right, I really want to know what. I don't want to store anything, thank you. Menu. I really want to see if the call timers will come up. M. 20, what's that? 21 minutes, 14 seconds? It's not been used a lot. It's obviously been reset, hasn't it, at some point? Right, let's have a look at something else then. Call timers, call charges. I wouldn't imagine that will tell you anything. No, it's been cleared out, hasn't it? That's the trouble. Surprising they can seem to get going with something just by reading the lights on and off, keypad tunes. That's better. Ha ha! That's a lot quieter. Lock phone. That's enough. Keypad tune. Ringing volume. Oh, let's have a go with the ring. Get ready for the ringer. Oh, I think we've just turned them off, haven't we? Silent, low, high. Could you actually choose your ringtone at this time? I think the Sony Ericssons you could. Home number, that's what I was after. So that was the phone number of this phone, 0374 834 169. So Vodafone, that would be 07748. 077 now, wouldn't it? That's if they're still about. Oh, I've got up at 4 a.m. Bloody hell, I don't fancy that. We had to get up early this morning, so we had a doctor's appointment, so I took her down for that. Well, it was an hospital appointment, so I took her for that. So, anyway, that's a look. Just a brief look, really. I said there's not really a lot you can see on one of these. I'll unplug that, so stop it beeping now, anyway. This also had the vanity aerial. Apparently these didn't work, but the American people liked them, so that's why they used to put them on there. There'll be a way of taking this battery out if I can do it. Hang on 1 second. Imagine that. It's from 1994 and it's, what's that, 30 years old? And it still bloody fires up. No, I can't get it off. Feels like I'm going to pull the fascia off it, so I'm not going to bother. Christ, so we've been here 44 minutes already. Does that include the intro? Will do, I suppose, won't it? Time soon flies, doesn't it? I quite enjoy this stream, to be honest. It's just a bit more laid back. There's no pressure to do anything. It's just nice to sit with a load of people and have a chat, isn't it? So it's just a shame I didn't find that iPhone. That would have been quite interesting going through that, because I think that will soon be switched off, I would imagine, because we're getting rid of 3G and 2G, aren't they? Yeah, it's bloody warm tonight. It's chucking it down here. Is it anywhere else? That is gorgeous. I do like a bit of a sour hop. It's that tastes like Stella used to before they messed about with it, but a little bit more. Off to bed, to sweat and not sleep. I love you all. Paracetamol. You can take paracetamol and ibuprofen all at the same time, and just go to sleep. That's all you can do in it, really. It's just, it's just the way it is. I've got one on O2 and one on that I use for to divert the calls with, and I've also my main phone, which is this iPhone 14, is on the E. I've been on with them now since 7-8 years. Never really missed a beat. My phone doesn't ring that often, that personal one, but the O2 one just rings all day, every day, because it's connected up to the divert for the taxi. And that seems to work really well. It's also got the card machine fastened up to it, and you can get a signal in the middle of a wood to take a car payment. So it's just as good as it gets, isn't it? So, anybody else been up to Oak today? What's your plans for the rest of the week? Just go to work. Obviously, there's no football now, so nothing to watch. If you're into football, I don't know if you can see that picture. It's quite cute. If anybody's after one, I got it off Temu. That says. That's obviously Einstein. He's got a bottle of Jameson in his hand looking drunk, and it just says, just Google it. This bloody cat, I was trying to get him to go out before I went live, and now he's here doing his nut. Gets on your wick. Go away, fucking thing. They're so annoying, aren't they, cats? It's everything about them. I went in the cupboard. I found two BlackBerry Q10 boxes. So that was obviously one I bought brand new and broke, and then the other one that I bought. I found everything. I found one for Samsung Galaxy Tab 4, which is about 15-year-old. There was just everything you could think of, and I found an iPhone box, but I say I can't find that bloody iPhone, so I don't know what I've done with that. It'll be somewhere. They're always somewhere, aren't they? You walk the dog? Wow. I walk my cat. I opened my door, and the next door neighbours was outside, and he could hear them talking. And then he noticed it was raining, so he decided he wouldn't bother. So he come back in. He's been out earlier for a kip, so he didn't want to go to the loo out. He's got his cat alarm clock set to go out because it's dark. That's all he's on with. But the trouble is with him, as soon as he decides he wants to go, he just won't leave you alone. And it's usually just after you click go live. He's at you, and he comes and rubs around your feet, and then he starts biting your feet, and as if he's desperate. Obviously it's only a cat. He's only got a small brain. You can't sort of get annoyed with him, but he does get on your nerves. He just goes after you. So I don't know what we're going to do next week. They've even been on Virgin. Virgin went over to O2, didn't they? Vodafone, although Vodafone and O2 are now on the same transmitters, if you can't get a signal on one, you won't get one on the other. 3's never really got any better, which is a problem, because I liked 3. They were always really nice people, and they were always that bit cheaper than everybody else. But I don't think they're cheap anymore, to be honest. I think they're also switching their 3G network off, which is But they actually designed it, didn't they? They were the one with the 3G network. But the problem was they used to piggyback on somewhere. And they didn't have a signal around here for miles. You never actually got to use it on 3G until you got down London or somewhere. But, and I say, in my house, where I am, there's no signal on 3. If you go outside and walk across the road into the square opposite, in the corner, there's a full signal. It just wanted one transmitter, and I'd have stayed with them forever because, they were really, I enjoyed being with them. T-Mobile. Yeah, well, T-Mobile, they got bought up by Orange, didn't they? And that's when they called it Everything Everywhere. And the problem we had, that was right, unlimited data, yeah. The problem we had here was there were 2 transmitters fairly close together. One of them was the old T-Mobile, and the other one was the old Orange. And if you got stuck in the middle of them, it was constantly fighting with your phone to get it to connect up to either one of them. So in the end, it didn't connect to either of them. So you were always struggling for a signal. Even now, if I'm talking to somebody on Zoom and I'm riding around in the cab, I usually put it in the thing down in the middle, put it up to my ear. And if I go down the lane, they call it a lane, it's a road, but if I go down there, it's right next to the transmitter and it's the lowest area for signal because it's too near to it. And that's the problem with it, isn't it? It's too near. They used to do loads of minutes and all. When you used to pay a lot for your minutes, they'd give you a deal, and for the first year of a 2-year contract, they would give you like twice as many minutes. That many that you would never use them all, even though, in them days they were expensive. Minutes were expensive. You used to pay like 30 quid for 500 minutes, didn't you? That was like an all-inclusive bundle. And when you go into over 500, I used to have a lad that worked for me, and we used to have a phone each. There'd be some days I'd go out on the last day of the month and I'd already checked the minutes, and I'd say to him, "Don't use your phone much while midnight." "All right, mate." And then at midnight we used to have 1,000 minutes in them days. But they're so 3 never got any better. EE's got I get a real fast data package on EE. They do it depending what package you get, and mine's pretty quick. It's a cracking thing. I ain't thought of changing, to be honest. I did. I nearly put it on GiftGaff, to be really honest, because I thought, well, I'm sick of getting bills. The thing is with GiftGaff, you pay it before you have it, so you ain't got a bill. And then I thought, well, you need to have some bills when you're self-employed, otherwise you just pay it all in tax. So I just carried on with that. I can't think of it. There's another reason I used to be on 3s, because they were always really good value if you were abroad. But I once went to where we go in Spain, and I took it with me, and I'm thinking, I've got unlimited data abroad. Got there, it wouldn't even connect to the network. So it was a bit of a waste of time, really. So in the end, after I must have been with him 8 or 9 years. You're going to go on EE broadband. So we've got Virgin, and then I can't remember what the other one is. He said that, but they're going to be a while before they actually connect them up. Because I've purposely left mine without contract, because I want to get onto a proper broadband fibre connection so I can upload videos a lot bloody quicker, because it takes forever. Because we've gone down from 20, it's about 7 or 8 now normally, upload speed. Download's like 70, but still chucking it down apparently. I can't see on here because I've got the shutter down. I was quite surprised when I opened the door. Ian Thomas, good evening to you. You've just in about the last 5-10 minutes, but actually got the Duval glass out with a Duval in it. Just a 330ml beer tonight. Quite disappointing, really. I feel like I've left out. I've been a bit left out, because you can definitely smell that, though. I'd say it's just in the olden days when you used to get a Stella, and you used to smell them sour ups. That's what this smells like. Smells fabulous. Tastes fabulous. Just a shame. Works out like £5 a pint, doesn't it? I think I'll stick to me 9%. Yes, the glass is nice. If you go on Amazon, you can pick them up. They're not cheap. I think they're £5-6 a piece, but I do like to drink out of that one. I've also got an Effis with a stem on it, which I like. The guy at the bar gave us 2 of them, brand new ones, when we were in Turkey. And sometimes I've got what else have I got? I've got a Stella chalice as well, which I quite like. I sometimes drink vodka and coke out of that, especially if I'm up here, because you just put a extra large double in and then top it up with coke, and it lasts you forever. Saves you running up and down the stairs, which is a lot easier. So I don't know what I'm going to. I don't know what phone I'm going to. I'm going to have to look around and find that bloody iPhone. Get going with it. See if I can show it. I'd show it next time, which is a bit disappointing. That I've got to pay a fair price for a fair beer. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you get cheap stuff, it's cheap beer, isn't it? Unless you're in a different country and it's just the duty that you're paying. Especially with IABV over here, they don't just slap a fair tax on them, don't they? Yeah, exactly. Tax, yeah. That stuff in Lidl's in Spain, I always go on about it, but it was lovely. Amazon Prime Day, everybody's looking forward to it. Let's see if it's any good, though, because there's other times when it's not been particularly good, a bit like Black Friday. Is it just selected items, then? Or, do people just put stuff together to put as sale items? Or is it actually, do you get a site-wide discount? 12 p.m. tonight. Are you all staying up to get stuck in? I wish you hadn't told me now. I'll be at it. I'll be buying cloud lifters, and if I buy another audio box, that will mean I've got 4. That's any trouble, isn't it? You think, oh, I'll get one. That'll be better. You get sick of buying stuff. We did that when we first started. Me and Bill would buy the next microphone or the next headset and the next this and the next that. You can save people a fortune when you've been doing it a few years. You just cut out all the rubbish ones and just buy the proper stuff. It looks like it's expensive for a start, but you never need another. This chair was one of the best things I ever bought, because you can keep buying them cheap Amazon ones and they're bloody awful on your back, or if you're a big bloke, you don't fit in them. But you buy this one, and it's so comfortable, and I'm 6'3", and it comes all the way up to the back of my head. The other one I bought was like an armchair, and you seem to be resting in the middle of it, and that's what used to upset me back. It's not bad, but not amazing. I'm not... all right. Yeah, I didn't know if it was just a bit like Black Friday, where everybody got all the stuff out the back of the cupboard that they didn't sell last Black Friday and put it back on again. You used to get some good deals with the old vaping stuff, didn't you? But that seems to be a thing of the past. I know the last Black Friday, before they had a real big kick out in America, Bill got some right good gear. You're looking for a new webcam? Go on CEX and get a Logitech Streamcam. It's simple as that, isn't it, really? Unless you're looking for a DSLR or something. It just... it's just the next thing, isn't it, really? It's like the next journey. So I actually clicked on buying that Rodecaster Duo. And then we had to be out today, and I thought, well, they won't be able to deliver it. You've got to get a new Fire Stick. I'm looking for the new Nokia 101. Advertised as the most portable phone ever. You can actually use it to kill somebody. All the way from 9... I didn't even know I got this, to be honest. I was rooting around the cupboard and I thought, what's that in that bloody box? And there we were. I am a Prime customer, so let's have a look. See what we're going to pick up. So I wish you hadn't told me, because I'm going to be at it now, aren't I? I'm going to be full on. I looked at CEX earlier. They do have some good stuff. The only thing is, when they put like condition C, you can imagine it coming stinking, can't you, really? they'd got some Roadcasters on there, and they put them down as refurbished. So whether they actually do refurbish things, I don't know. Whether they bought some in and refurbed them. I bought that graphics card off them, and it came DOA, really. It worked for a day, and then it didn't work after that. So I'm not really sure. No, you're all right, yeah. Yeah, I pay for every bloody thing I do. I think if I worked out exactly what I spend money on, a lot of it doesn't really, I could save it. Anyway, that's your hour. That's your. I don't need to give a refund today because I didn't clear off early. So that's your hour. That's been another. That was a quick hour, to be really honest. So it'd have been a bit longer show if I'd have found that bloody iPhone. I'll have to have a route round and see where that is. It's got put somewhere, obviously. I must have took it out the cupboard and put it somewhere. Hopefully I didn't take it out of the box and put it somewhere and it's all got bloody scratch. But unless my wife's give it to the grandkids to play with, you never know, do you? I don't think she'd do that, though. I don't think there's any point in doing that. So, thanks for popping in and watching. And hopefully you'll come back again next week. It's very nice of you to come over and support me on this here channel. If you're watching this on the replay, please before you go out as well, if you could just give it a click, see how we get on with the thumbs up, because we didn't get as many last week. But 95 people watched it last week, and which was slightly more than the week before, and not quite as many as the week before that, but it seems to be doing okay. Right, we'll catch you all soon. Thank you very much for popping in, and we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.